Hello everyone, my name is Shambhavi and welcome back to my channel Fun with Data Science. So today we are going to cover the whole file handling in a single video. So in the last video I had already told you that you need to remember all that theoretical Python input output functions which I described there as R, W, A and all that things. So that's why I was asking you all to remember them because today we are going to cover the whole file handling thing. Okay, so file handling, and that is also called, yeah, you can say Python input output functions. Okay, so now for that let me tell you first that how to make a text file in PyCharm. So for that what you need to do is that you had already made a folder in which you must be writing all the codes and storing it in a single place. So what you need to do is that go on that folder, just click there. Okay, so it will turn a little blue the side. After that what you need to do is that you need to you need to press the right click button, then you need to go to new, and after that new you need to go on this file. This is the first option, that one is the file. When you are going to click it here, you need to name a text file. So for that, let's say I am going to name it as first. Okay, and I'm going to name it first.txt, and when you are going to click enter, so this will be your text file. Okay, so now you can write some of the lines inside this code, that okay, my name is this and I am this, I'm studying this, I'm doing the Python programming and all that things like that. So I have already made a PyText file here, so which is this file. So the file today on which we will be working is write.txt, and the things which I have written in it is like something. Shambhavi started a YouTube channel. Name of YouTube channel is Fun with Data Science. Do like, subscribe and share the channel. Okay. So these are the three lines which I had already written in my text file. And the name of my text file is write.txt, and I have told you that how we make a text file in this PyCharm IDE. Okay. Now let's move towards the programming part, and here let's say I write if. So now after some time I'm going to tell you that what does this if means, but first let's only singly write that if is equal to, and I write and I use this open function. So now what it will do, it will simply open my text file, and the name of my text file is write.txt, which I have already told you, and I have stored these things inside my text file. Okay, okay, hold on, let me zoom in a little. Okay, so these are the three lines which I have already stored in my text file, and this is the way how we open a file. And let's say if you are opening a book, let's say you have opened a book and you have studied from that book for 1 hour. Okay, and after that, are you going to keep that book permanently open, or you are going to close that book also? Yeah, you are going to close that book. So this is the only thing which I want to tell you, that if you open a file, this is also a text file, and you can also take it as a book. So if you are opening your book, you need to close that also. So if you are opening a text file in this programming, then you need to close that text file also. So for that closing, I wrote that f dot close. So this is the way to close a text file which we in which we are working, and in which we are going to see the different modes. Okay, so presently I told you two things, that how to open a file and how to close that file. Right. So here when I wrote f is equal to open write.txt, this is simply opening my file. Now in the last video I have discussed with you some modes, right? That was read mode and write mode. These two are the common modes. Okay. So here I haven't declared any mode, that in which mode I want to open my file. So this is a simply basic opening of a file, that this is the way how you open a file. And as I have told you, there were two modes which were the default mode. Okay, so in that one mode was read RT mode. So this is the default mode. So if you're not going to mention any of the modes here, it will automatically open in the default mode. Let me open that file only. Okay, so that was python dot file I basics, and see I told you that this R is the open file for reading. It is the default mode, and we have discussed about the T, that was a text mode, and it is also a default mode. Okay, so this is the thing, that if I'm not going to write any R or T this side, so it means it will already be open in the default mode. Okay, now let me comment this out and let me open it like this. Now if I write like f is equal to open is my function which I'm using, and in the semi-quotes I wrote and gave my text file name, that is write.txt. Fine. and then I'm going to open it in the R mode. Now this R is the read mode. I want to read that what are the things that are written in my text file. So here I have shown you that okay, these three are the lines written in my file. Let's say you have many files and after some time you want to check that what's written in your this text file. So what you're going to write is f is equal to open and in brackets you're going to use the semicolon and write write.txt. Okay, then what is the next thing that you need to put a comma, and after that you need to declare the mode that in which mode you want to open that file, right? You want to add something, or you want to write in that file, or you only want to read that file. So these are the modes that in which mode you want to open the file, and here I had used this R. Okay, now let me tell you that why I am using if. So it's like if function returns the file pointer. It is the thing that okay, my file is pointing to this. Okay, this is my file pointer. You can remember this in a way that this if returns the file pointer. Okay, so this was the opening of the file in the read mode, and after that if I want to read the content of my file, that what's the material or what are the text which I have written in my file. So for that what we do is that we take a single variable. Okay, so let's say I have taken the variable content here, right? Then I will put a equal to sign, and then what I'm going to do is f dot read, and I'm going to put these brackets sync. Now this will return me the whole file. Okay, so when I'm going to print this content, it is going to return me all the three lines which are stored in my file. So when I'm going to run it, see, this is the output which I got, and these three were the lines which I had already written my text. Well, now let's match it. See, Shambhavi started a YouTube channel. Name of YouTube channel Fun with Data Science. Do like, subscribe, and share the channel. Okay, so these were the lines which I had already written in my file, text file. And here what I did is that after writing this code, that is, I had opened the file in a read mode. After that, what I had done, I had taken a variable that is content, right? Then I assigned it f dot read. That it means I want to read my file. Okay, and after that finally I printed that content, that is the variable in which I have stored that I want to read my file, right? So this is the way how we write and simply how we read our file, that what is written in our file. Now let's say if I write 3 here, and now if I'm going to run this, it is going to give me the first 3 alphabets written, yeah, also you can say characters written in a file, and that were SHA. Now let's match it. Yeah, it was SHA only because on the starting of the line I had written my name, and the starting 3 characters are SH and A. So this is like if you want to read some characters simply of your file. So this is how you do that. You simply write f dot read. Okay, and after that you pass the numbers that okay, this much characters I want to read from a file. Okay, now as we have seen in the in the string functions, we have seen some function like if you are going to give the length which is greater than your file. Okay, let's say in my file that is write.txt, let's say there are 45 total characters, and now if I'm going to give a very much larger value, let's say I'm going to give 600 here. So now what it's going to print, if you have already watched my string slicing video which I have covered in the second part, then you must be knowing that it is going to return me the whole file, that whatever the content is written in my file, it is going to return me that, and after that it is going to stop the loop. It is not going to show me any error because my length of my file is greater, which I have mentioned here, so it's not less. Okay, now let's add like 600. Let me write the 600, and then I'm going to print this content. Then here I'm going to get my whole file. Like, see, this is the whole file which we have written here. So because 600 is a very large number, whatever the characters and whatever is the length of my file, it is a very large number than that. But then also it is going to print me all the content which is present in my text file, and then after it will stop the loop. Okay, so this is how this read function works, and this is how we read the content from our file. Now this is done. If I want to read a single line from my file, let's say till now we were seeing that if you want to read a whole file, right, if we need to read the some characters of a file. We have seen the process that we simply declare a variable that is content and we assign it as f.read, and in brackets we are going to you can even mention some of the length, or you, if you don't want, you can't mention any of the length here, and then it will print you the whole whatever the file content is there in your file. Now if I want to read a single line from my file, so for that there comes the read line function. There now one more function is there, that is read line. Now let's say in my write.txt I have 3 lines written here. I simply want to read my first line. Okay, that is Shambhavi started a YouTube channel. I simply want to read this line. So now what will I do? I will simply write print and I will use my file pointer, that will f, that is f, and I will write f dot read line. Okay, so this read line is a function which helps to read a single line of your text file. Okay, so here what I wrote is that I wrote a print statement, then I wrote a file pointer, and I use a read line function which is used for reading a first line of your program, of your file. Okay, and now when I'm going to run it, simply I'm going to get Shambhavi started a YouTube channel. So yeah, let's match. This was the first line of our text file which I have added here. So this is the way how we read a single line of our file. Now if I write this, what was this f.read line function one more time. So now what it is going to give me, it is going to give me the another line also. Now it is going to print me 2 lines. The first one is Shambhavi started a YouTube channel, and the second one is name of YouTube channel is Fun with Data Science. Okay, so this is how we read lines in our text file. Now let me summarize this topic for open read and readline function. That if you want to open a file, that what you write is that you use a file pointer, that is if, after that you wrote a function that is open, then you write the file name, whatever the name of your text file is there, you simply write that text file, and after that you write the mode, in which mode you want to open. And if you are not going to write any of the modes, it will open in the default mode. Okay, now I have told that this if is a file pointer. Then next is that if you want to access some of the content, or if you want to print and read whole the file, so for that what you need is that you simply take a variable, assign that variable f.read. You use read function here, and in bracket if you want to read some character, then you mention that character's length. If you want to read some, you can say read whole file, then you do not mention anything here and simply print that variable. So it is going to print you, it is going to give you the output of the whole text file whatever we have made. And now after that, if you want to read single lines of your text file, then what you do is that you simply use a readline function, and the way for using is that print, and in brackets you are going to use the file pointer, that is if, then you are going to use a dot, and after that you are going to use the readline function. Okay, so this is the way that how we read the our file, text file. Okay, now we have completed this open, read and readline functions, right? Now here are some, like, now we are going to see the writing and appending, 2 functions of our file. So for that also I had, okay, hold on, let me comment all these things once. Okay, so like control and backslash, fine, and let me close this now, write.txt, and let me open a new file. Okay, so for now writing and appending, what I'm doing is that I am making a new text file. Okay, so my first text file name was write, and my second text name file is write2.txt. Fine, and now I'm going to just keep it blank. I'm not going to write anything here, because now we are going to see the write and appending function, that how can we write in our text file. In the previous we have seen that we had already written some lines in a text file and we were reading that text file. Now we have made a text file and now we are going to write on that text file using our Python program. So for that, what I have done is that I have taken a blank text file. Okay, now f is a file pointer. Okay, and now after that I'm going to open my file. Now I'm going to open my new file in which I haven't written anything, and the name of the file is write2.txt, right? I'm going to separate this using a comma, and then I'm going to open my this write2.txt file in the write mode. And for using that write mode, what I need to write is that I need to write W inside these semicolons. Yeah, I have told you all of these things in the previous video only, and I have asked you to learn all these things. If you have learned that, well and good, and you will be understanding the whole lecture today. And if you haven't, then I don't know what's going to happen, right? So, like f is a file pointer, and you need to open your write2.txt in a write mode file. Okay. After that, I want to write this line in my file, that is best YouTube channel for Python. Okay. Now, if I want to add any line inside my text file which I have made and it is already blank, so for that what I need to do is that first I need to open my file in the write mode. Okay. After opening my file in the write mode, what I need to do is that I need to write f.write. I need to use this write function here. So after using the write function in the brackets, I need to write the whole sentence, whatever I want to print in my, or you can say whatever I want to add in my text file inside the semicolon. So I simply wrote that best YouTube channel for Python. Okay, and then after that I closed my file. Now when I'm going to run this program, see, I haven't got any output here. Why? Because I haven't printed any line for this output. But when I'm going to open my write2.txt file, I will see that here it is written best YouTube channel for Python. So this is how we write in our text file. What we do is that we simply take a file pointer, we open our file, write the name of a file, and you open that file in the write mode. After that, you use the write function using the file pointer, and then simply you write the sentence whatever you want to print in your file, text file. Okay, and after that you close the file. When you are going to run this program in this, in the same, you are not going to get any output. Simply you are going to get process finished with exit code 0, because you haven't added any of the print function here that you want to print this line or something like that. But when you're going to open your write2.txt file, there you are going to get the same sentence which you have used here in the function that was write. So this is the way that how we write you can say write sentence in our text file. Okay, now here next function comes is a. Now this a means to append something. Append means to add something in our file. In our file, this best YouTube channel for Python is already written. Okay, and now let's say I want to add this sentence once more in my file. Okay, so for that what I'm going to use is that I'm going to firstly use our file pointer, that is f, and I'm going to open my file. Now the difference between the upper code and in this code is that I'm going to open my file in the append mode. Okay, I'm not going to open in the write mode. I'm going to open it in the append mode, because I want to add some more content into my file. Now after that I have opened this in the mode of a, then I will simply write f.write. I will use the write function to write the line, and now let's say I want to write the same line, fine, best YouTube channel for Python. After that, I'm going to close that file. Now, when I'm going to run it, I'm not going to get any output here because I haven't used the print function. But in my write2.txt, I got this best YouTube channel for Python one more time. Like you saw this best YouTube channel for Python. And now, if I'm going to run this one more time, I'm not going to get this any output here. But in this, I am going to get this thing in a new line. Why in the new line? Because I have added this backslash in this side. Okay, now let me change and use this backslash in this side. Okay, and now when I'm going to run it, okay, where's my text.txt? And now see, I have got this best YouTube channel for Python in the next line and leaving some space this side. Okay, so this is how we do this appending in a file. So we simply write and open our file in the A mode, that means the opening our file in the append mode, and after that we whatever we want to add, we simply write that sentence and just run our program. Okay, so this is how we write and add some more content into our file. So this was my file. Okay, now our next thing which we are going to see is that it's written here that first thing how many characters you have written. Now our next thing, let me comment it out. Next thing we are going to see that how many characters we have written in our file. So the way for writing is that I had taken a variable that is a, and I have, okay, hold on, I need to open my file in the write mode. This one, right, fine. Now what I had done is that I had taken a variable f and I had taken my file pointer that is f dot write. Okay, so I have written this best YouTube channel for Python in my file. I do print a, and after that I'm going to close my file. Now when I'm going to run it, it is going to show me that this line contains 31 characters and you have added these 31 characters into your new file. So this is the way that how we see that how many characters we have written in our file. So in the above I had also used as append function, but I wanted to see this best YouTube channel for Python. It will consist how many characters, like it is going to take 31. Okay, so the like I have added 31 characters in my this text file. Okay, so this is how we see that how many characters I have added. Now let me comment this out and let's, okay, hold on, what's this? And what I introduced it, okay, and now I want to comment it, right? Okay, now just hold on, let me uncomment this all. Now if open this file in write mode, mo. Okay, now I have added these comments also because I'm going to give you all these codes in the link that is in my GitHub. So you can refer all these codes for for studying from my GitHub account, which is mentioned in the description box. So here, what I have done is I have added this if is my file pointer, and I had again opened my file in the write mode, right? I had okay, now another variable that is a is equal to f dot write best YouTube channel for Python print a and f dot close. Now let's run it once and okay. So this is also that single way if I'm going to open a file in write mode, then I'm going to get this 31 as the output. Okay. Okay, now once changed, let's open it in the append mode, right? And now when I'm going to run this, then also I'm going to get this 31 as out. Fine. So this is how we check how many characters we have added. Okay, what I'm doing again and again. Let's hold on. Okay, fine. Now the last thing which comes in this writing and appending these two functions is to handle read and write both. And let me go to Python IO file. So there I had already told that if you want to read and write open your file in both these two modes, then what you use is a plus sign. So this plus sign will open your file in the read and write in these both the modes. So what I had done here is that I have taken the file pointer, I have opened my file that is write2.txt, and I had used this plus sign. Okay, so it will open my file in read and write both the modes. Fine. After that I had written print and simply I had written f dot read. So it will read my file also, and after that I'm going to write on this file also, that is f dot write, and it will show that backslash n. Do it now. Let me just remove this space, and now when I'm going to run it, okay, my write2.txt file. So this is my file, right? So this is my file in which I was opening. So f is equal to open, right? Open the file in the read and write mode. Then what I did is that I print f dot read. Okay, I read the content which is written in my file and I wrote that do it now. So when I had done f dot write do it now, what it is printing me as it is going to write do it now here, and the above all the things that I have written that best YouTube channel for Python is erased because I have commented all that things. So that's why it has been erased. And So it is not going to show this, and I'm not going to uncomment all these things. But if you do not comment the above things, it will show you the whole that best YouTube channel for Python, and after that it will show you that do it now, right? So this is how we read and write, perform both the operations at the same time in our file. So here we have discussed about the writing and appending two functions, okay, of the file. Now come some more functions and these functions. Okay, hold on, just let me comment all these things because we are working on the same files, right? So that's why I need to comment all the things. So where's that? Okay, this more function. So now here what I'm doing is that I'm simply opening my file. So for that I used if is equal to open and then write.txt. Now here I'm going to work on my write.txt file, and where is it? This one. Okay, in which I have added Shambhavi started a YouTube channel, name of YouTube channel Fun with Data Science. Do like, subscribe and share the channel. So I'm going to work on this file. Okay, so okay, now this F is our file pointer, and now if you want to check that what's the position of a file pointer, then what we use is F dot tell. So now here tell is a function which we use for checking that what's the position of my file pointer. Now here let's see that firstly what I did is that I had simply opened my write.txt file, and I have not printed any of the lines or something here. So it is obvious that my file pointer will be pointing to the 0 value because I haven't read any of the content from my file. What I am simply using is that f.tell, and it is used to tell the position of my file pointer, that if file pointer is present at this value. So when I'm going to run it, I'm simply getting the output here as 0 because I had already told that we haven't read any of the things here. So that's why it is giving me 0. Now, let's say I read a line, and with before few minutes only, before 10-15 minutes, I have told you the use of read line function that is used to read a line from our text file. So now in my text file, the first line was Shambhavi started a YouTube channel. So it will read that file to me. Okay. And after that, when I'm going to use my printf.tell function, okay, when I'm going to use my tell function, then it is again going to tell me that after reading this line, this is the position of your file pointer. Now let me show you this thing. That firstly what I wrote, that I simply opened my file, that is write.txt, and I wrote f.tell. So this gave me the output as 0 here, right? And after that I read a line from a function using the function that is read line. So I used Shambhavi started a YouTube channel, I got this output. Then again when I use this print f.tell function, now it told me that now your file pointer's value, now the file pointer has a value, the position of a file pointer is 38. So this is how this tell function works. It helps to tell you that this is the position of your file pointer. Okay, now this f.seek function, what it does is that it tells you that you use this seek function whenever you want to read your file from a particular point. Let's say I write here 6. Okay, and now when I'm going to run this, okay, I'm so sorry, let me print also. Now let's run it. Okay. So, see here. So what I did is that I used f.seek, that is 6. Okay, in bracket I have written 6. So now it will start reading my file from the 6th. Okay, so here also the index thing is same, that it will start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so here the thing is same like the string slicing thing. There also the characters and the strings were starting from the 0th index, and here also thing is same, it will start from the 0th index. Then I used my file pointer dot seek, okay, and I wrote file f.seek, and in bracket I passed the value as 6. So it will tell that now, okay, from here you want to read your file. You want to read your file from this point. And after that, I printed a line. That is, I used this f.line function. I printed that. And now, when I run this, what output I got is AVI started a YouTube channel. So what is missing? So simply SHAMB, these 5 characters, SHAMBH, these starting 6 characters are missing from my sentence because I said I want to start reading my file from the 6th position, and that's why I use this f.seek and in bracket I use 6. Okay, so I hope you got the point that how your seek, till and readline function works, and this is how we use our functions. Okay, so this is the way, basic way for using this readline, till and seek functions. Now, okay, hold on, just let me comment all these things. Okay, fine. So this is with block. Now wait a second. Okay, so here we simply use with block. With open, write.txt as f. A is equal to f dot read and print 20. Okay, now let me explain what's all this. So here I had used a with block and I had opened my write.txt file as f. F is my file pointer. Then what I did is that I had taken a is equal to f dot read 20, and then when I'm going to print that a, the output which I am going to get is the starting 20 characters of my file, that is Shambhavi started up, right? And yeah, just remember one thing, that it will also include the spaces, the single space that you have given between the you can say words. Okay, so as yeah, I have already told all these things, yeah, right, in the previous videos. Okay, so write open with try.txt as f is equal to a dot f dot read and 20, then print a. Fine. So if we wanted to read the lines from our program, we were writing like, okay, hold on, let me we were starting the starting characters. Writing and opinions. Yeah, so this was something like this was something which we were doing. Hold on, where it this my has moved. Okay, this was something which we were doing to open the file, and then we were using that seek function. Okay, so it's that seek function that we want to start it from here, but now this is the shortcut for using. We use this with block. Okay, with open write.txt as file pointer, and now it is going to give me the till that 20th character. The value, the string, it is going to return me the string till the 20th value. And what was my seek function doing? It was starting my string from that value. And my with function will return me the value, will return me the string till that value. So I hope you got the difference, that seek function was giving me the string from that respective starting position, like I mentioned 6 there. So it was printing me the string from the 6th index. But my with function, what it is doing is that, let's say I wrote 6 here, so it will print me the string till the 6th index. Now let me run it. See, I got my string till the 6th index. So this is how, and this is the difference, that if you want to print the string from a respective index, then you use seek function, and if you want to okay, sorry, I guess I messed up with this. Let me correct it, that if you want to read a file from a particular index, okay, then you use this with function app, and if you want to read a line till the particular index, then you use that that was like seek function. Okay, let me go to OneNote. I'm just confusing you all for this thing. Okay, fine. Let's say I wrote a string that is, okay, my writing is not too much bad, which is seeming it. Okay, I'm going to write Shambhavi. Okay, right. Now, if I want to print something from S till B, if I want to print my this much characters only, then what I'm going to use is the with function. With, okay, and I'm going to write my file name. And if I want to start from this A only, okay, I don't want to print this previous string. I want to start my printing the string from A, then I'm going to use my seek function. Okay, so now I hope I made this clear to you. Now let me take one more time Shambhavi and let me write it once more. No, don't think that I'm learning my names spelling. I already know that, but I'm going to tell you all. Okay, so here what like if I want to print SHAMB, okay, then what I'm going to write is that I'm going to use this write function. And if I want to print from this A till a line, you can say till a line, then what I'm going to use is the seek function. Now I hope you got that point, right? So now this is how seek and write function works, and yeah. So this is all about this file handling, that what are the functions in the file handling and how do we perform these functions. So I hope you all got the proper idea for the file handling Python input output functions. We saw open, read and readline functions, then we saw writing and appending, and then we saw seek till functions and after that we saw the with block. So these all are the functions which includes file handling, and these all are the ways to write, read, append, and you can say seek a position and all that things which includes file handling. So I hope I made all these things clear to you, and if you have still any doubts, you can rewatch the video or you can ask your doubts in the comment box. And yeah, don't forget to like, subscribe and share the channel, and share this channel as much as you can. Okay, so this is all for this video. Till then, thank you and bye bye.